the mastermind behind the mic. Give you what you like, never think about it twice. Coming with the real facts, and that's for real. Along with special guests, you know the deal. Label as the podcast, I stand on it. I'm all about my grind, cause my grind I be on it. That's what it's all about. When you're trying to be successful, you know what I'm saying? The Solo Show, yeah.
What's up? Back in the building. Mastermind behind the mic, the podcast. Get it again. Episode 18 of the Solo. First episode. That's right. So I'll give myself a round of applause on that shit. Been a long time coming. That's what's up. I hope everybody's been having a great week. I have myself been excited about this upcoming episode, of course. So if you hadn't checked it out already, check out the YouTube channel, of course, the Jock Johnson Podcast LL. Check the YouTube channel out. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you hadn't already, versions of the Solo Show are still available on all platforms. So check it out. I got a special guest coming on today, man. I actually missed out on him on the months ago, of course, on the Kreneshow. Of course, he was the co-host on the Kreneshow, season 10. And of course, he distance podcast. My Zebo Jones. I'm gonna bring him on, y'all. So y'all check my man out. My man Zebo Jones in the building. What's up, brothers? Give him a round of applause, man.
Hey, what's going on with y'all over
What's up?
here on this side of town? None too much, man. Hey, man, I just want to say I appreciate being here, man. 1,000%. You reaching out and us making this thing right here work on a real quick schedule. You know what I mean? I love that efficiency type shit. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, bro. When I hit you up, man, I'm on it, man, because that shit's important. You know, especially when you're having guests. When you're gonna bring a guest on, man, and you tell them at a certain time, man, and you fuck around. I know those things, but you know, you mess around and be late. That doesn't look well, you know. Especially me on my part. I'm hosting you. I'm bringing you on. So,
right.
I'm glad to I missed out on you on the Kreneshow, of course, when we did the interview back about 2 months ago. I was expecting you to be, unfortunately, you wasn't there.
Yeah,
so, glad
I appreciate it, man. Hey, shouts out to Kreneshow 1,000%. Hey, man, I'm definitely a fan of her, period.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Yeah. So speaking on that, how did that come about you being coming on that season 10?
All right. So on my way, I just started getting into, well, not getting into, but finding different podcasts. So I ended up finding hers and was intrigued by the whole show of it. And so I would listen to it all the time on the way to work. And then I started interacting with her on Instagram. And then the next thing you know, I hear that she's looking for a co-host. And I'm like, this is my chance to do it. This right here, it'll be great if we can get this thing right here working so I could be on her show this and the third and promote my show at the same time. So I asked about it, jumped on it. She made it happen, dog. It was just that simple.
I had an opportunity to listen because of my 9-to-5 work schedule, of course. But I had some opportunities to listen to you guys, man, and I enjoyed it, man. The shit was hilarious. Y'all, man. And man, she's good people, like a sister, man. You know, on real soon also as well. So can't wait to get that one in.
Definitely do
that, podcast, man. Distance podcast. Tell me about it.
All right. So back in 2019 is when me and started. So I had met Treese through Instagram. I don't know if you know of the Did You Miss Me podcast. But I was
No.
watching one of their videos on Instagram, and I seen this lady pick up a bird, right? And she
Mhm.
picked up this pigeon and she stuffed this pigeon in a bag. And I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? I don't know. So so I'm like, let me go in the comment section, right? So I go in the comment section and I see this picture of this all this natural hair, and I'm like,
Mhm.
who the fuck is this person? Comes find out it's Tree's cuz. So end up getting to know her, this and the third. I love the fact that the conversations that we were having were just dope and genuine. I was like, other people should probably experience this.
Right.
So I asked her, hey, would you mind doing the podcast with me? She said, yeah. And hey, if it weren't for her,
Took
none
off.
of this right here would be yeah. It's been
Yeah.
doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Now, just like you said back in 2019, that's when I first got into podcasting myself. Back early
Mm.
2019, of course, and I had a group show. At that time, we started off as a
Mhm.
group, and 2020 came around. Of course, COVID fucked around
Yeah.
and fucked up a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But during that time, it gave me an opportunity too to work on a lot of things myself with doing podcasting. Of course, a lot of podcasts were during that time because stuck in the fucking house. You know, they couldn't do
Yeah,
anything.
man.
So they're watching Netflix and doing podcasts. So you had a lot of podcasts come about. Um, but though it gave me an opportunity to really work on continuation of the group thing, and then
Right.
it was till later on in the year I was thinking about the doing a solo project and all that, but kind
Mhm.
of strayed away from it because I was so focused into the group thing. Uh, with you doing the so I'm not so I'm trying to say the distance
Uh,
podcast. When was your last episode, man, of the distance podcast?
the last episode we did, I know that it came out in July.
Mhm.
We try to finish. So what we try to do is we try to finish around May because my birthday is in May. So we
Mhm.
try to finish around there, and then we pick up in September because that's when Teresa's birthday is, and we'll have the summer to ourselves and whatnot.
Right.
But one thing that we do to kind of stay relevant or whatever, so people
Mhm.
won't forget us, is we have little special pop-up episodes. Like
Mhm.
last season or last hiatus, we had two, and so far we have one that's about to drop, man. It's I don't know when this episode of yours is coming out, but it drops tomorrow actually.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be a very special episode, bro. We have a special guest, Nando STL. He has a real big announcement,
Okay.
and you will hear something at the end that nobody has, but I have access to some real exclusive Nando STL and T Pain type
Oh,
music. You feel me?
I
Yeah.
got. I got.
Anyway, I ain't
Yeah.
saying too much, but that's what the fuck is happening tomorrow. You feel me?
Yeah. All right, man. Actually,
Yeah.
this episode will be dropping, and future episodes we drop on here on the YouTube channel, and of course, the audio versions will still be available, so people have the option to continue to listen to the audio versions of it. But the video, um,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be a little stage fright, but shit, man, I've been doing this shit now for quite some time, man. That it just it's just something to do, man. As far as being in
Yeah.
front of the video.
It is, man. Like, all right, so you talk about having COVID 2020, right? Everybody
Mhm.
started doing Zoom, so it got your ass used to being in front of your laptop, used to being in front of your phone, talking to somebody, having this type of conversation
Uh-huh.
any type of way. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So it's just a natural move
yeah,
to go into it if you want to do something to try to get off the boat. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I
yeah.
got a question for you. All right, so you was talking about being in the
Right.
group podcast thing. Now, I've
Mhm.
only had podcasts where I have a co-host, right?
Mhm.
But how many people were in this group that you was in?
Man, in the beginning, man, it was like probably about 6 people in the beginning, and we started out, fucking middle of the bed, and people was sitting around the bed like we was fixing to pray and shit, man. But Started out
with
probably with that many, you know, trying to with that many, and then you know, some issues with, you know, people not being able to show up and all. And you know, I understood that. You know, I got kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I got kind of heated because I was so determined into making this shit work. Having problem with commitments and all, and you know, and it started kind of twinkling off down to probably a couple of people, and then it started with in the end. It was like, and then my wife, of course, my wife was a part of it, and ROD and Jay Slick, they were a part of the show, and we had some fun, man. That shit was hilarious as fuck. And if anybody hadn't listened to them, those episodes of the show, they're available. They're still available on Spotify and iHeartRadio and all that shit. And it's out there, man. So y'all go check out. You know, I think the thing with me with the group getting away from it was my intention about doing a solo project. You ever thought of doing some shit solo? Didn't register?
No, but I know one thing that I'm not that damn interesting. But I do know that having somebody to help, you know, elevate you is a good strategy for me, and I like doing that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you go further together.
Yeah, that having that extra help out, especially when it comes to certain topics or something, you know, where you won't have debates and all, you know, you're going back and forth. And that would really, really show goals real good, man. But when you're doing this shit by yourself, you got to be on point, man. You got to be on your shit, you know, because
you have to, man.
You don't want to start getting boring and shit.
Right, man. Now,
you start sounding quick.
Yeah, like I definitely give props to people that do it by themselves, such as K Renee #1, and definitely the Shredhead podcast #2, because I listen to them, like, because to have them run their show by themselves and keep it interesting, you know, that's the point of it. How can you sell yourself? And I'm not that fucking good at shit. But applause to those people and yourself.
You know what, K Renee inspired me though to do you know, being able to do this shit by myself. To her and listen to her episodes, man. And I was like, you know what, she definitely you know, inspired me to be able to do it by myself. And of course, an interview. What really in 2021 when I did an interview with a good friend of mine. He's a musician out of Shreveport, Louisiana, by the name of Ricky Latt, out on YouTube. Man is dope. But when I did the interview with him, that shit really built my confidence up as far as doing it by myself. Once I did the interview, I'm like, bro, you can do this shit, man. You can do it. And everybody's not cut out for doing it by themselves. And that's totally understandable, man. You know, because, you know, you like I just said, when you do it by yourself, man. Now, a lot of times what keeps me motivated, you know, especially doing it by myself, of course, I have my, you know, I have my
meditation.
I have my vape. Yeah, I have my chill mode. I get relaxed and I feel calm. So once I get my shit together with my items, bro, it's no thing, man. It's just like
get them libations.
Yeah. So the song it has I know the first episode, I must say this about with mental health.
Okay.
And I had my shit down. I had my shit and fucked around. If you go back and listen, I left it. I didn't even want to go back and see about trying to edit that shit or nothing. I just wanted to leave it just like that because to that shit, I'm like, see there, you gotta get it together, bro. But
gotcha.
I had where I fucked around and supposedly had done and didn't, and I kind of froze within the episode. But I tried to clear that shit up. but that taught me a fucking lesson too, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you gotta learn how to roll
welcome,
with.
welcome to the solo world. Welcome to the solo world now. That's exactly what it meant. Welcome to the solo world now. You doing this shit by for
Yeah, exactly.
compared to group. When I did the group shit, when the group shit was here, I had fuckers to feed off of, and I came in with my shit,
Yeah,
you know,
so yeah, you can fall back for a second.
yeah. But there's no this solo shit, no regroup to
Right.
be on point with it. So
Hey,
I like the challenge, man. Love the challenge. Now, what you
oh
got
yeah.
on the horizon, man? What's up? What's up next for Zebo? And give me Dooku, because I understand that you are really busy at times, man.
I do get busy at times, man. I'm thankful for it 1,000% because you grow up and you want to do things, and then when you come into a point in your life when you're able to do those things, don't be afraid to go do that shit because you can only do this shit one time. You know what I mean? But as far as for me, man, in the future, we got, like I said, we got that Nando STL episode dropping. It might be out by right now by the time you're hearing it. Also, I have an artist by the name of Lex Lux. I mean, she is the dopest fucking rapper that you can meet. I'm trying to tell you. Uh, her EP is out right now called Lex Lux versus the World. We have the artwork of it done by CNS Comics out of North Carolina. So that's some dope
Okay.
ass shit too. Uh, Also, what else, man? Oh, season 4 of the Distance podcast coming in September, and if Miss K Renee say the word, then I'll be on season 11 of the K Renee show with Zebo. You know, so
That's what's
yeah,
up, man. That's what's up, bro. So you are in the music world.
yes.
How long you been in it, man? Been doing
All right,
music.
being into doing music. All right, so I'll tell you, taking it seriously is when you start going to school for it. For me, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I went to school, graduated 2009. So 2007 is when it really became a thing as far as something that I wanted to do. And then like my whole fucking life, I would get to a point where I'll have a success where getting a song on the radio. And then, something to happen where you just end up doing music for some fucking point in time. And then you go on and live life. And then it comes back to you. And then it's
Yeah.
like, all right,
Yeah.
again, and then it's like something else getting the goddamn way, and so then, you go away again, and then now it's like at this point where it's at all those pitfalls that you had, or those times that you were trying to get it together. Now you're at a point where you know the path, you know the easiest way to do it. You don't bump your head on this rock, that tree. So duck all that shit this time, and let's get it going. So that's where we at.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You've worked with a number of
A few, man.
yeah.
I've managed at this point 3 artists. Uh, I helped try to start 2 record labels. I've had 2 singles on the radio. I've been part of several music videos. Uh, all that shit.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
so you've been in it. You
a
definitely
little
been in it.
bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean. I
Yeah.
dabble in this shit, but I want to do it long term. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is that sometimes you know what your gift is and you be afraid of it,
Yeah.
but you keep getting that encouragement your whole life. And so the
Yeah.
cool thing about it is when you really start to believe in yourself, and it's like everybody was telling me the fucking truth, and I don't be believing people and shit.
Yeah.
So, and people say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you really good
Definitely.
at this shit." Like dabble into it a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely, man, you don't believe in yourself, man. I'm telling you, dude, you gotta believe. That's just like what I do. Taking my shit serious. Because if I wasn't, this shit would have been over with. A lot of people probably thought, because with the group, and the group made me actually more comfortable. They put me in a comfort zone where I was able to transition over to doing this shit.
Mhm.
And I love it, man. A lot of people, man, they say, man, you get paid for that. Make a few coins here and there, man. But for it, man. Because all that other shit is gonna come. The money and shit, stick with it and believe in yourself.
You stick with it.
Man.
Exactly. If I wouldn't have stuck with it, then I would not be in a position where I can brag and say that I have a fucking song that nobody has ever heard of. You see what I'm saying? Gotta just keep doing that shit.
Yeah.
And somebody else will be like, you know what? He is consistent. That person does work. That's what it's about. You stay consistent with it. Money ain't real any fucking way. That's the number one thing that you gotta remember, people. Money's fake as fuck. Do we need it? Yeah, because we came up with this fucking society. But don't worry about the money. It's gonna be there.
It's gonna be there. That's what I say, man. You know, it's just about, you know, yourself and doing, man. That's why you always hear me say that at the end of my episodes. You love what you do. If you don't love what you're doing, why the fuck do it? You know what I'm saying? Why do it? So stay consistent. The consistency means a lot, and that goes back to the group show. When I was doing the group show, we was consistent as fuck, man, every week, and it takes a lot, man, every week. You know, doing that shit, man. But and another thing you have to focus on too, man, you definitely have to put in time at writing and getting a layout, man, some structure to your shit.
You do.
It becomes a fucking broken record, man.
Yeah, that's one thing. The reason why I was asking about the group shit is because, like you said, during the COVID times, I was part of another podcast, and I had to gracefully bow out because I just didn't see the consistency there. And I was like, I'm not going to try to take charge of this situation when I was asked to come into this situation. And just because I got my own thing going, don't mean I need to put extra time into this. And that's what I was trying to tell him in the beginning. But since I didn't see the consistency and it wasn't like no, I guess, structure coming into the whole fold. So either way, I understand having to go out and be like, this isn't working for me. I have to move.
Yeah. You know,
so anybody that's in the group, like 7 people in it, goddamn, good job.
Yeah, it was like 6, 7 of us, man. We started out, man. I'm talking about, dude, I was pretty much drafting motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning, bringing motherfuckers
this
in.
Motherfucker was a Wu-Tang podcast.
Yeah, bringing them in. But the shit was so hilarious, man. But the thing with that, too, is when you're doing group shit, man, you know, it tends to be doing the episode talk at the same time, and shit is just like, damn, you can't hardly understand what one person's saying because the other person trying to talk over him and shit. So so that's another thing too. You know, when you're doing a group thing, man, you know, if everybody is not, you know, one person talk at a time, it causes and this shit, it be so distorted, man. Motherfuckers can't hardly hear what somebody's saying.
Right.
It was dope. It was fun. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was hilarious because I go back and listen to some of that shit. Was hilarious. But as I was saying, with the doing it by yourself, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Now,
oh yeah.
Understand where you know you would rather have somebody with you doing this shit because it does makes a difference. It makes a difference.
At least one person with it.
Yeah.
You know, and so then like if you do got that one person that you do build a rapport off of, you build chemistry with and y'all two bouncing off each other and y'all go a while, and then when you add somebody into it, it makes it even better because you already got a click going. You already got something. Now this person got to come into the fold. You know what I mean? Instead of you trying to build something with somebody off the gate. You feel me? Oh yeah. Definitely. But real quick, which state you in, man?
I'm in Mississippi, of course. I'm in the dirty.
Man, yes, buddy. My favorite rapper is from state, and I just want to give a shout out to Big Crit one time. That's all.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Oh yeah,
that's what's up, bro. Hot as fuck here, man.
Yeah, it's not all over the goddamn country, man. It's 110 2 or 3 over here in St. Louis right now. What's the temperature down there?
As of today, man, I know it's probably up in the high 90s. I hadn't even checked. I hadn't even checked today, but I know it's hot as fuck outside. I hadn't been out. A house Negro today, so I hadn't been out, but it gets really, really scorching in this motherfucker, bro. I don't even want to.
Oh yeah,
go out, man. You come out off your 9 to 5 and go out and get in your ride, man, and this fucking dude. I had got in there. He was like, his shit was like 99. I'm like, shit, man. I got in my shit and started it up. That motherfucker said, hell. It was that damn.
Oh shit, man. When I actually visited your state one time, man, I felt your heat, so I went to the Walmart and got a shot glass, and then I got back on the damn highway. I had to get up out of there, boy.
I had to get up out. What part, man, you was in, man?
I have no idea. This is what I do know. I know I was coming from Memphis and then stopped somewhere in Mississippi, got that shot glass. I ended up making I was in Alabama, and I ended up making, it was my first time seeing a exit ramp on the left-hand side. But I thought that I was just turning with the highway and shit. So I ended up in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. And I don't know how anybody else feels about that place, but I just felt like the spirit of racism like coming down on me. So I like found the quickest fucking ramp onto the highway, and I just kept going to Atlanta. I ain't stopped.
You didn't stop, bro.
I ain't stop. I said, Atlanta, here I'll come.
He's rolling. You was rolling, bro.
Listen to 8 Ball and MJG the whole way.
Hey, you listen to good shit then.
Oh shit.
And since you mentioned those cats, man, I was listening to you, man. About Love and Happiness. That shit is dope as fuck. That's a dope ass track, man. I like that
I
shit.
ain't heard it yet. I'm gonna have
I listen to all the old shit. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you need to check it out, man. It came out. It got a video on YouTube as well. So it's Love and Happiness. So check it out. That shit is fuck. And I listen to a lot of, I always listen to a lot of the older shit anyway because I can relate to a lot. Some of the new shit is okay. It's dope. But the old shit, man, back in my era growing up and shit, that's the shit I listen to. I still listen to Too Short and all that shit.
Okay.
Man, Too Short. So
how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
So what now?
I said, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Hey man, I'm 49.
Damn, G. Hey, I ain't seen that black crack yet, buddy. I'm trying to tell you.
Bro, I put some, and check my bird. And you know what? I talked about that shit, man. 18 last episode about the damn gray and shit.
Oh yeah.
And a little while, motherfuckers glad to see it, be able to see it, because a lot of motherfuckers that was really close to me are not here anymore to see it anyway. But for a little while, I'm like, man, fuck no, man. If I'm gonna wear this shit, man, wear it with some color in this shit off. So I put some color, man.
Word.
Shit, I'm a poster boy for Just for Men, goddammit.
Do your Beijing thing. You feel me?
Motherfucking right. You got motherfuckers out here. Hey, don't leave the women out neither now. Shit.
They coming to it, they get attracted,
Yeah, they come. Well, yeah,
I was like, I got gray in my beard and shit, and my cousin, like, when it started coming in, they was like, oh, you got some gray in your beard. I was like, that's all right. I'm just gonna keep it natural. So shut the hell up.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
So yeah, my shit got some photos where that shit was white, man. That shit was white.
Like an all white beard, or like you had like
no, it was just now if it was just all it, man, But you know, that salt and pepper, and you know, sometimes that shit, man, it looks all right, and sometimes it don't. You know, that shit don't even,
I
you
feel
know, out of that shit, and man, that mode in, and the other side got white in it, but it still got all this black in it, you know, a little black here and there, and that shit look like I'm a fucking Dalmatian, fucking dog or something. I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm gonna put some color in this shit. I'm gonna rock it, and I'll
oh yeah.
rock it well. I think I do. I use the real, not use jet black. It looks just like what it says, jet black. Looks like the shit you put on your
Right. It
shoes
look
to
like
shine your
painted
shoes. Yeah, it look like it's painted.
Damn
And
right.
motherfuckers,
Somebody check that shit.
yeah, motherfuckers be at the barber shop. You know, a lot of barber shop. Even though I do my own shit, I'm a barber anyway. I cut
Gotcha.
my own shit. But I see a lot of photos and shit, motherfuckers at barber shops, man. They get spray in, be looking painted. It looks, it's fake.
Oh yeah. Shit.
I don't use jet black. I use the fucking real black. Real black. It looks natural. I'm giving this speech again, by the way. I'm giving the fucking speech again, by the way, on fucking that. Yeah, I rock that shit. I think I rock it good. I like it, so if anybody else don't like it, fuck them.
That's what it's about. Are you happy with yourself? Yes.
Right.
Then fuck everybody.
I'm going around looking like son. I'm not fixed to be in a fucking play. I'm not fixed to be in a Christmas play. It's not going to happen.
Hey, as long as you happy with it, that's all that fucking matter, man. Hey, shit. You into basketball?
In basketball, definitely, I love basketball. I'm a footballer. And
who is your squad?
In football?
Nah, basketball.
Basketball, a real squad, but I started liking the Lakers a lot more. Especially during the ending years when Kobe was there. Toward the end, I really started liking the Lakers because I didn't have else. I was an all-time Bulls fan. Of course, you know we went through that Jordan period where we like love Michael Jordan and shit, man. The Bulls, you know. I'm from Chicago, originally from Chicago.
Okay.
You know,
I've been to your city sometime.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was a big time Bulls fan. I still like the Bulls, big time on them back in those times. And once Jordan left and shit started to fade away, I kind of, you know, started looking at other options and shit. And I started looking at Kobe because Kobe was the next thing to Michael Jordan because he had those similarities to Michael. So I to the Lakers.
Oh yeah, that's
and
what
it's been that way ever since.
That's what my homeboy told me, man. I remember being at the bus stop because I've been a Lakers fan, been one since Kobe got his first ring, and like I remember being at the bus stop and my homeboy was like, "Well, I was telling him I want to get into basketball. I never really got into Michael Jordan because I was like younger and whatnot, but I know that he gone now, so shit I watch." And he was like, "You got to watch Kobe. He will be the next Michael Jordan." I said, "All right, let me check him out." So I watched him that season. He wins his first championship. I've been a fan ever since. And then just going back into the history, I found out that in 1987, the year I was born, that the Lakers won a championship over the Boston Celtics that same year. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely a Laker for the rest of my life. It ain't nothing that's going to change that now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Now,
so when you
now,
go ahead.
Back when in the early years, you know, when Magic and all them was there, you know, hell, I was a Magic Johnson fan too, you know, even though I wasn't big on being a Laker fan back then, but it was just Magic because of his style of play and how he played and distributed the ball and passed and all this shit, man, you know,
right.
No look passing and all that shit, man. And I really gravitated to Magic, but definitely the Bulls winning those championships and all, man, because you know, in the early years of Mike was catching hell, man. You know, they used to always have to play Detroit, and Detroit was giving them hell. Was bad. They was beating the hell out of him, and
he had to go his ass in the weight room.
Yeah, and the one thing about it, though, you know, Mike in Chicago until later on. Of course, once he retired or whatever, and try to come back and play with the Wizards and all that shit. But
Right.
didn't go anywhere. Mike toughed it out, man. Mike was carrying the motherfuckers on his back, and of course, Scotty was there and all, and you had your unorthodox shooting ass, and then you had Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman came over, man. Those guys, the arm, man. Once they had that, and it was hard. They was unstoppable.
Yeah, man. I mean, I look at them. Well, I look at these Warriors that they got down there. This is a real dynasty. It's kids that's growing up watching Steph Curry the way that kids grew up watching Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they will look at him as the greatest motherfucking shooter, the greatest player ever. You know what I mean? Like he had to go through LeBron and look how many times he beat LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That motherfucker will
matter
be
what the
anywhere
hell
on the court.
was.
Yeah. That
Exactly.
Anywhere.
And let it
Anywhere.
fly.
Let it fly, dog. I'm talking about, God damn, is he gonna fucking miss? And I know we don't jump to sports. I'm gonna say this too. It's just like with LeBron. Everybody these comparisons. I get so sick of that shit about Trump and Michael Jordan. There's no comparisons to me. There's no comparisons.
Between who? Which people?
Michael Jordan and there's no comparison.
Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I'll say this, man. You got everybody has their era, everybody has their thing. LeBron will go down as one of the greatest players ever, man. It's undeniable. Now, I have been hating that man since 2003. And now that he is on my squad, I don't give him as much hell, but still, if it's on the basketball court, he need to produce anywhere.
Yeah.
But you have people that look at him as the greatest. Like I got a homeboy of mine. He is a big LeBron fan, and that's his guy. Kobe's my guy. Jordan's probably your guy. You know what I mean? And the fact that we have these great players, because somebody back in the day was saying there ain't nobody better than motherfucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I don't give a fuck what you say. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So
goes on.
Yeah. But then too, man, I give LeBron his props, man, because this motherfucker, he's still playing at 37 years old now. Yeah, 36,
like
37 years old, and he spends quite a bit of money every year. He spends quite a bit of money every year to keep his body in shape. So I gotta give him his props, man. But the only thing I really didn't like about LeBron, man, is he didn't have that killer. When the game line think to take the game over, just like Kobe. Kobe had that fucking killer instinct, man. He was, hey, give me the fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm freaking do what I gotta do.
Give it to Kobe.
Just like so. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with Kobe. Shit in crunch time. You know what I'm saying?
Every day of the week.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So
that man bad. That dude taught me what basketball's supposed to look like. I mean,
yeah.
It's a league out here, the GWBA. And it's 4 teams. It's a women's pro basketball league out here, and the St. Louis Surge is a team I go so I can play. But I watch basketball so much that while they go out there doing plays, I'm calling out who about to get the ball. And that's just a byproduct of watching Kobe run plays and studying this fucking game.
No doubt, man.
Right.
So, hey, let's jump to football since we're doing sport. Who is your squad in football?
All right, let's go. In football, man, I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. I do not watch football. When they went on ahead and they blackballed Kaepernick, I was like, all right, I'm done with this fucking product. And you're talking to somebody that played football for 6 years in middle school and high school and shit, and got a defensive lineman of the year trophy, and was a really big St. Louis Rams fan. I mean, I had an Isaac Bruce jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a motherfucking you know, I had the shit. I mean, I had a fucking. You remember that Nelly train with the fucking Ram's head on it? I went and got one of them motherfuckers. Fake as shit, don't matter. I had one. You feel me? But you know what I mean. But either way, at this point in time, I got a question for you. This guy from Baltimore, Jackson. What's his first name? The quarterback.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. He had how many years have he been in the league?
About 4 or 5 years, 5 years at the most, maybe.
4 years. I'll give him 4. He has an MVP already. This is coming from somebody that does not watch football. I do not see how he got an MVP if the only times that I watch him is in the playoffs and he has not won a game yet. Why is this guy so good? Why are y'all praising this guy? I don't see it. He ain't proved shit to me yet. Y'all crowning people too early. Stop that.
Well, I'll tell you what, motherfuckers, he's got the talent. Don't get me wrong. This motherfucker can run the football, but the thing with that is that all that running is gonna catch up with a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? All that taking off running with the ball and shit as a quarterback.
You can get figured out, man. And
yeah, some linemen years almost, man. That's gonna fuck around. And I don't want to see this shit happen to him, but his ass gonna be on a limb, man, when he's taking off running with the ball like that a lot of times. Sometimes, man, he just takes off with it, and running the football. And what the NFL stands for, not for long.
Exactly, bro.
Not for long.
The very first friend I ever had, he is I believe a Orange Bowl champion and like a world football champion, right? This motherfucker told me the first time that he got a concussion, he got up and he looked down and he said, I got on a white jersey, they got on a blue jersey. I got on a white jersey, they got on a white jersey. I'm gonna go where the white jersey's at. So he went over there and got evaluated, and he still had to drive the fuck home. Football do not care about you. He said he sat in his car for 30 minutes trying to figure the fuck out how to get home and start his car and shit. Football don't care about you. It's a bad sport. I loved it at one point, but either way, that's just my 2 cents on it. Cents on here.
Well, man, I'm telling you, actually, my son, my next to oldest son, he played football and he ended up getting a concussion. And I was like, I didn't know what the fuck was wrong. Came home and he was looking all weary and shit, and he was starting to throw up and doing all kinds of shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So we ended up to the hospital, man. And that's what concussion. But the thing with that was that the coach at the time, man, they let that shit, instead of going on with him, they didn't tell us shit. And I was mad as a motherfucker, man. I was mad as fuck about that. And my son never went back and played ball again because, he was promising, man. He was a cornerback, talented, growing up, man. He would fucking be in the room watching games and shit, studying the game. That's how determined he was to play that position. And when that shit happened, it turned, he never did football, and I brought it up to him a time or two, But hey, I'm saying to myself, man, if he don't want to play anymore, that's it. Leave him. That was his decision. And I was very pissed about that because he was very promising because I knew how much he loved the game of football, and that shit happened.
I can dig it, man.
To him. So those concussions, man, motherfuckers getting concussions, and then it shit turning over to CTE and all this shit, man.
Right, and they hiding shit. I mean, goddamn, Will Smith had to be a whole fucking African dude for people to understand what the fuck was happening out this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man, it was great having you on the show, man. Man, we got to do it again.
Definitely.
Man, it was a dope episode. And, of course, you were the first guest on the video of the solo show, by the way.
Hey.
The first guest. Man, we got to do it again. Your company on the show, man, and we're gonna do something in the near future, man. And by the way, I want to check that episode out too, man. Happened what, today or tomorrow?
It's dropping tomorrow. So by the time you probably hear this episode right now,
Okay.
it'll be out, but you can listen to it tomorrow, buddy. It's gonna be jumping off at 9 o'clock in the morning on Central Standard Time. I mean, I want everybody to listen to this shit because the song is fucking dope. The interview is doper, but the song is great too.
I gotta check it out. All right, my brother. Thanks for coming on. And I'm gonna do it again.
Problem. You mind if I plug in my socials and shit real quick?
Yeah, man. Damn, that's on me, man.
Good. Hey, that's what we do. We help each other, brother.
That's right. You came through. Shit, you came through.
So look, you can find me on Instagram at Zebo Jones. You can find my management company at Home Base, that's BASS MG on Instagram. The Distance Podcast on Instagram, The Distance Pod on Twitter, The Distance Pod at gmail.com. Find me on the Kreneshow. If you go to like any of those pages I just said, you can like click the link in the bio, and then have all that shit. And make sure that you check out Lex Lux first EP called Lex Lux versus the World, out now, streaming all over the motherfucking place. Go listen to that shit because it's dope as hell. Believe that. Anyway.
All right, my brother, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
I appreciate you, man. 1,000%, bro.
All right, peace out, man. All right, y'all. That was my man Zebo Jones, man. Man, dope interview. Dope episode, man. By the way, it's the vape. Yeah, the vape is big. Of course, so if you hadn't checked it out, man, check out the YouTube page, man. Y'all need to check it out. Of course, future episodes will be available. So, all right, man. Back in 30 seconds. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. I got this the vape, y'all. I'm gonna have me a drink. But by the way, man, y'all check out the podcast. Check out this episode, future episodes of the pod. Damn, I'm drooling shit a little bit. But y'all check the podcast out. Jock Johnson Solo Show. Have any questions or comments? Hit me up on IG at The Real Jock Johnson. Also, check out the YouTube page, the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. 6 to Blink in 365 on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. and again at 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, check me out on my Twitter, LLC. And if you want to hit me up, email in my email at jockjpodcast@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Love to get you on the show. All right, that's about going to wrap it up for you. It's truly the Master Cast. Always remember, do what you love what you do. I'm out.